good morning, and welcome to the Journey to a Winning Anyway Life. I am your host, Life Pastor Kyle, and I'm excited this morning. I'm not screaming, but I am excited. Come on in. Let's gather together this morning. Good morning, Kevin Matthews. Good morning, Kara Dulu. How you doing, cousin? Listen, for those of you on Facebook, you're on First Lady's page. It's also shared to my page. You can also go over and join us on YouTube. Yeah, join us on YouTube. It's going to be an amazing morning. I won't be long because this is still a sabbatical time, and got some information to get to you. If you let me get to you quick. Hey, Tamisha Figaro, good to see you. Y'all go ahead and come on in. Go ahead and find somebody. Like, share, and tag somebody wherever you are. Like them, love them, share them, tag them, shake them, wake them up, and tell them it is the Journey to a Winning Anyway Life morning. And we're going to have a good time. Hey, First Lady, good to see you. I just want to lay some things out and put some things in perspective. Please, if you're on here, like the post, say you are on here, and then comment. Just say something. Say good morning, so people can know that you're in the room. Got it? So I want you to do that real quickly this morning, and then we're going to go into a nice session on, we're going to do a last quarter. Hello, Minister Holloway. God bless you. Good to see you. We're going to do a last quarter blitz. We're gonna hit this last quarter, this October, November, December. We're gonna do a last quarter blitz at the end of this month, on the last Monday of this month at 7 p.m. on Zoom, of course. We're gonna make sure that works properly, and we're gonna have a good time. And so, go find somebody this morning. I want to talk to you about putting your life in perspective. Hello, Minister Lester Blunt. How you doing, man? Hope all is well with you. Glad. Good morning, Maria Matthews, Alexandria. I know all your names now, and so I want to get you together on some things. Minister Blunt, glad that your family is all negative now and all safe. We're thankful to God for that, and so it's gonna be a good morning, y'all. I want to talk about putting life in perspective. Geraldine Wiley Shelvin, great morning to you as well, and the Shelvin household. I call it Shelvin Manor, yeah. And so I want you to get yourselves ready this morning for what's going to be a quick morning, but a real good morning, because I get the opportunity to just kind of show you some things that will lay you out, just give you some points, putting life in perspective. Maria said, I'm ready. Putting life in perspective, because sometimes we have things together, but we don't put them in proper perspective. And not having them in proper perspective. Dr. Emery Shelvin, there he is, man. Good morning. And so when life is not in this proper perspective, we can have everything we need and not understand that we already have it. And I've come into that reality. Good morning, Minister Ricks. How is everything? CP Mouton. And so I've come to the reality that we can have everything we need, and if we don't know it, we will literally mess up everything we have. Starting already, huh? We can have everything we need and literally mess up everything we have. Good morning, Chris Wells, Barranca Galilee. God bless you this morning. So listen, let's go ahead and get started. It's been 4 minutes in. Let's go ahead. I know it's not 7 o'clock yet. I guess I should wait, huh? I'm always ready. Good morning to Wanda Carr. Manny Saeed. Yeah, we can mess up what we have when we don't value it. And I'm not saying, I'm already started, I guess, huh? I'm not saying that we have to be perfect. I'm not saying we have to be perfect in what we do. What I am saying is that we have to, when we come to the realization, good morning, Canvas Book of Sap. I thought about calling, just interrupting your day yesterday. I said, no, we're going to plan it. Hello, Cause Divine. Hope all is well. We have to actually evaluate what it is that we're dealing with. We have to put our life in perspective. Nobody's going to have it perfectly well. Things may not be perfect, but most things can be planned. And eventually, when we find out that things are the way it is, then we should do something different. Let me say it like that. So let's get started. Listen, we're ready. We're ready this morning. Let's get started. I want to talk about putting life in perspective. And I know I gave you a different topic. We have a subject and we have a definition of a topic. as we're putting our life in perspective, I want to talk about evaluating your winning goals. And I'm not referring to just your business. I'm referring to your personal self, your life. The reason why I chose this time or chose this season for sabbatical for me was not to pull away from anybody and hide away and all that. So people who didn't hear it right, I apologize. That's not what I put it in perspective for. I think I said it over and over that the perspective for it was for me to kind of pull back and look at where I was, look at where we were as a group, look at where my life is with all the people in my life. Look at who's valuable, who's no longer valuable, who wants to be, who no longer wants to be, who's lying, who's not, who's focusing on vision, who's not focusing on vision, who's taking from me, who's not giving back to me. And so you have to evaluate those things from time to time. Most companies do it before now. Because I'm the manager of my life, I had to do it now to get ready for the end of the year so I can know how I'm going to start my year. And so, yeah. So if, those of you who are on YouTube, if you can't, well, you're there. We're okay. Let's just go. And so when you're putting your life in perspective, you have to evaluate your winning goals. You got it? You have to really evaluate it. It's okay. Once you evaluate your winning goals, you have to realize some things, Maria Matthews, that our life is not the same anymore. Y'all quiet. Life is not the same anymore. After COVID, COVID should have taught us preparations what's upcoming. Yeah, that's what it's for. It's for what's upcoming. It really is, Gerlin. COVID should have changed your outlook on life outside of you and then life inside of you as well. COVID should have really have changed you. And not COVID the disease, but COVID the season. Because it lasted over a year. And throughout seasons, it should have changed you. And so it should have you looking differently at yourself, preparing differently for the last quarter of 2021. Hey, Roy Sales, we thought this would be over 2020. Boom. It did not. It did become, Manny Said, it did become more manageable in 2021. 2020, we didn't have any management skills. We thought at one point in time in the beginning, we thought we would all die. We thought if we didn't die, all our brothers was going to die and our parents was going to die. And that didn't happen for everybody. I know Kevin lost his mother. She transitioned. Shawanda Parker's mother transitioned. But we didn't lose ourselves, even though some of us are lost. Did y'all get that? We didn't lose ourselves, even though some people, I won't say us, some people are lost. So in that, you have to figure out, what do I do in this ever-changing season? What do I do? Well, I realized it's become more manageable in 2021. So coaching-wise, pastor-wise, prophet-wise, I declare and decree that 2022 will now expose the level of your management, which means you'll be able to do some things differently if you put life in perspective. If you put your business in perspective. If you put the purpose of why you work, where you work, in perspective. Why am I married to who I'm married to? Why do I have relationships that I have relationships? What are the purpose of those? They're no longer for leisure. They're no longer for fun. They're cool, and some of them take pressure off. Some of them are for laughter. The Bible says laughter is good for the soul. It's a good thing. So some of them are for laughter, which means you must have purpose, or you must be differently evaluated. That's it, Maria, the why. And so listen, so when you get the why, you have to write a vision statement for your life, not just your business, for your life. Got it? For your life. And how do I know that my vision is going to be proper? Let me tell you how you'll know that your business is going to be proper, that your vision is going to be proper, and that your purpose is going to be proper. Let me show you how. As you write your vision statement for your life, your vision statement, people need to be informed about you. When you meet people, yeah, Renita Holloway, you got to write it for your life. Write it for your life. And so people need to be informed. Your vision statement should inform you about where you are and vision where you're going. I had a post in my phone from some months ago when I did a live. I think one of the things I said is, I may have lost my sight, but I never lost my vision. I may have lost my sight, but I never lost my vision. I may have messed up. I may have made some mistakes. I may have tripped out. I may have done some things that were crazy that I should have did differently. I may have, good morning, Brittany Long. I may have not responded perfectly as you would have thought I would have responded. But part of me wish you were in the same predicament, and I would have liked to have seen how you would have responded. I'm sure you would have responded in the perfect manner. I'm sure after you dealt with what I dealt with, your response to it would have been totally different, and you would have been amazingly well, and people would have paid you for your response because you did it so perfectly well under the same pressure that I was under when I didn't respond properly, or the level of maturity I responded from. Please forgive me, but I need you to. Good morning, Raquel Kyle. I need you to understand that your vision is what you will be informed about yourself. I may have lost my sight, but I never lost my vision. You can lose sight sometimes, but if you ever can hold on, vision will get you where you're trying to go. Got it? And so, not number one, but that area. Yeah, I may have lost my sight, Brittany, but I didn't lose my vision. So, your vision you write and the vision that you lay out should inform people about who you are and where you're going, Maria Matthews. That's vision. Got it? And then the vision should also encompass, help you to be equipped in what you're preparing to do, Geraldine. Vision should not just be where you're going, it should be how you're going to get there. What tools, what people, what relationships are going to equip you to get there. So you should be informed, you should also be equipped. And then your vision should also persuade you to do what it takes to get it done, which means it needs to be so beautiful, so well written, and so you, that when you read your own vision, or when others read your vision, or when life shows you your vision itself, it needs to persuade you to continue to go, because there's greater ahead of you than what's behind you. Come on, you got it. Whenever God wants to shift your mind, whenever he wants to change you, whenever he wants you to forget some things, forget some people, forget some places, that's nouns, then God places greater in front of you. Forget does not mean that you don't remember them. It just means you evaluate them and you place them in the proper place in which vision sets up for that proper situation. And so you must be informed about who you are. Your vision must prepare you equip you for who you're going to be, and also persuade you to continue to be who you're going to be. Okay? And then your vision should also encourage you in the downtime. Yeah. In your downtime, your vision should really encourage you. Even the Bible says that when David was going through, the Bible said David encouraged himself in the Lord. You should stop looking for everyone else to encourage you and find a way to encourage yourself. Y'all got quiet on me. I don't see any comments. You got quiet on me. I want you to understand that sometimes you have to literally encourage yourself. How do I encourage myself? I encourage myself by looking at things from my own personal perspective, and to realize that they may not understand me, but I understand where I'm going. And I'm grateful that even though I may have lost sight, God did not cancel my vision. Got it? Hey, Vita Handy, God didn't cancel my vision. So my vision is for what I should be using to be informed, to be equipped, to be persuaded, and to be encouraged. Got it? Because we win whenever we take responsibility for our life. We win when we take responsibility for our life. Can you explain it a little bit better? I am a stickler for connecting with people who take responsibility. When people say, I messed up, I missed that, I was tripping, I made a mistake. Those people, I have a thing, I just tie into them. Because number one, people who take responsibility are people who are developing and maturing and expecting better. And I tend to want to help people who take responsibility. You know what I mean? I see Donna Blunt. There it is. Donna Blunt say, me too. I do. It's a problem for me because, and what becomes a bigger problem is people who won't take responsibility but keep commanding and demanding the opportunity that others get that they don't because they won't take responsibility. Can I move further? Because to be personally responsible means that you are pushed to an area where you have to be self-reliant. So in your own life, you have to be relying on yourself enough to have a level of honest evaluation of your own life. You got to sit down with yourself sometime. You don't need other people to tell you where you tripping. You need to sit down with yourself and say, you know what? You tripping. And I don't have to tell people I'm tripping. I need to just correct it myself and let them see and say, oh, I remember this. Yeah, Maria, that's the word. I remember this time last week, you were really off the rocker. And I see now, here you are, First Lady, I see you. I just, take responsibility. It means you're personally responsible for your own personal evaluation. Hey, Matrina, God bless you. Good to see you. Listen, and sometimes it's no problem with going to somebody else and getting the help that you need. It's no problem with going to people that you trust and saying, this is what I need. But I've learned in these last probably 90 days that a mouth that says trust does not mean it's a life that's trusted. And what I mean by that, people say, oh, I trust you. There's a level of, trust is not a sporadic thing. Trust is a consistent thing because it comes through a consistent level of relationship that locks you on a level to know where you are in a person's life. And so there are things that can be avoided when the person or persons that you trust have maturity, because people that have maturity will position themselves and not allow you to make dumb mistakes. So when you make dumb mistakes, they know they're not trusted and they know that their wisdom is not heard. Therefore, their future wisdom with vision in it is removed from your presence because of the dumb mistakes that's made. Okay, that's why I started beginning to apologize for my mistakes. Okay, there's a difference in a dumb mistake and a mistake. A mistake is not known. A dumb mistake is repeated. Okay. So to be personally responsible and self-reliant means you have to honestly evaluate your own life. Come on, that's what it is. It means you have to honestly evaluate your own life. So what do you evaluate? Number one, I gotta go, y'all. My time, it's 7:15. I got 15 minutes. That's good, Donna Blunt. Thank you, Donna. See, Donna waking up on Fridays. How about you off today? God bless you. Good. Thank you for coming on. Listen. Well, COVID done pushed her to church and Bible study early and coaching. Come on, COVID. Do your thing. I don't want her to have it, but God, thank you. Man, they say you're on point. Yeah. Okay, number one, the first point is you have to evaluate your aim. Your AIM, your aim. You have to look at your life and say, what is my goal? What is my direction? And what is my purpose? Yeah, I'm getting back to things that you need to be able to evaluate yourself. If you can't, you got to pay a coach. You got to pay a mentor. Or you got to go to church. You know, you like me, you can glean. I can glean at church and get so much stuff. I don't have to really, be in your face all the time. But then there's some of you that don't have that skill. You don't know what your goals are. You don't know what your goal. You don't know what your direction is. You don't know what your purpose is, and so you have to work on those things. So how do you figure them out, Mr. Riggs? How do you figure them out? You got to determine what are you trying to move towards. What are you trying to achieve? And here's the part we miss. What are you trying to contribute? I see y'all. Number one, you evaluate your aim. What's your goal? What is your direction? What is your purpose? What are you actually moving towards? What are you trying to achieve? What are you moving toward? What are you trying to achieve? Here's the part we miss. And what are you trying to contribute? Most of us are trying to achieve, but we miss the part that we're trying to contribute. It's the contributing that allows us to keep receiving from what we have achieved. When we give back, when you give back, what you get back again allows you to continue to give back. It's like planting a seed. You plant a seed. After you plant that seed, you get a tree back. You're able to plant more trees. It's not always because of what you achieve. It's because of what you contribute. I'm not concerned about what all you get and what all you do. I'm more concerned about what you do with what you get and what you do with what you do. Who do you help? Who do you take time to pour into? Come on, Tamla Ricks. Who do you take time to pour into that God allows to give back to you? I'm gonna share this, Mr. Ricks. Watch this. I've learned myself so well. I have a satisfaction of helping people. Okay? So when I help people, I don't look for them to give back to me. It's their response or their ability that matures. Here it is. Responsibility that blesses me. When I see them doing better, when I see them learning from the process, when I see people winning anyway, and they say it, I'm going through this, but I'm winning anyway. Okay, from that, I've developed myself to receive that as another achievement from a contribution that I've already given. Can I go further? When you give a charitable contribution to the church or any nonprofit, at the end of your year or the beginning of the year, when you're being IRS or government evaluated based on taxes, you ask pastor or the nonprofits, if they haven't sent you one every quarter, can you give me a copy of my contribution? Because as I give a hierarchy upstate, the copy of my contribution, it gives me a tax break because of my contribution. You should give yourself a break because of your contribution. Only when you know that you've done it from your heart. So these are questions questions of a motivated and purposeful winner. You got it, Sydney? These are questions for a motivated and purposeful person who's winning. You're motivated. You know what you're looking for. You're looking for the contribution. You're looking for what it is. I achieve what I achieve so I can contribute to others who are not on my level. Y'all messing me up. I got 4 more points and I'm almost out of time. Because the reality of it is, most people, once you start contributing to people, then people expose their level of underprivileged, undeveloped immaturity. Why do you say that? Because once you keep exposing to people what it is you have to contribute, people who are going through situations of immaturity will change on you. And the way they will change is they will tend to flip the script and begin to now try and become another contribution to show that they're on the same level instead of admitting the level that they're on, so they can literally mature to the level in which you're trying to get to. What do you mean? They begin to compete on a level. Here's the deal. You can never compete on a level. I won't say never. most of the time you can't compete with me on the level where I am. Somebody asked me why. Please ask me why. Hurry, ask me why. I gotta go. I'm gonna make this a 35-minute today. Maybe 35, 37 minutes. Come on, y'all. Please ask me why. I know it's coming in slow. I see Daquan say, bullseye. Come on, Quan. What's up? Come on. Ms. Rick said why. I got one why. I don't want to be mean. Okay, there it is. Let me tell you why, Brandy. Because if I'm teaching you and showing you something, here's one thing about it. Normally, I'm not teaching you from where I am. I'm teaching you from where I've been. So when you try and come to the level where I'm teaching you where I've been. So wherever you end up being will never be where I am, because I'm going to be consistently moving. If I don't stop moving, then you definitely cannot come to compete with me where I am. You should just want to be better from where you are. So I'm teaching you from where I've been. So if you ever try and perfect the place that the learning is coming from, it's not coming from where I am. It's coming from where I've been. So don't fool yourself getting confused and lost going to where I was, only but to realize it's not where I am. Because I'm going to continue to move. I'm going to continue to learn. I'm going to continue to grow. I'm going to continue to read. Come on, Geraldine. I'm teaching you from where I've been. I'm teaching you from the lessons I've learned. I'm teaching you from the investments I've made. That's not where I am. It's where I've been. And so you have to adjust your aim. That's number one. Gotta go. Number two, you have to evaluate your aim. Number one. Number two, you have to evaluate your attention. You got it? Evaluate your attention. Okay. Because your attention is what builds your life. Come on, Raquel. You have to evaluate your attention. See, I'm a person that pays attention to everybody who's around me. And I pay attention to who's not around me. Because the people who aren't around me have value too. But the ones who are around me need to consistently continue to increase their value. Okay, I got a post I'll send y'all later. Jake said, in your personal life, never hire people where you were, because they'll consistently do what you did and not what you're doing or what needs to be done in the future. You hire people with vision potential. I gotta go. I'm evaluating your winning goals. I'm helping you process life. I'm coming. Okay, number two, evaluate your attention. Here is how you evaluate your attention. Are you focused on the joy? Are you focused on your success? Are you focused on your connections? Are you focused on your growth? Are you just being distracted by every little thing? Come on, Arthur Dexter Powell Jr. Are you just being distracted by every little thing? Is every little thing an issue for your joy? Is every little thing an issue for your success? Is every little thing an issue for your growth? Is every little thing an issue for your connections? I got news for you. The only person that's present for all those issues is you. So if that's the issue, if that's the problem, the only issue is you. Come on, Maria Matthews. The only issue is you. Focus your attention. You got to focus your aim, then focus your attention. Because even if your gun is aimed in the right direction, if you don't use your scope, you can be aimed in the direction, but if you don't pay attention to what your scope is on, you can miss the target. Here we go. So are you focused on joy, your success, your connections, and your growth? Are you focused on being seen by people who think you have joy, success, connections, and growth? Are you distracted by people who don't see your joy, your success, your connections, and your growth? they don't really matter, because there's some people who are never looking for that from you. They're looking for you to fail. They're looking for your failure. They're looking for your frustration. They're looking for you to fall. They're looking for you to not succeed. And so what you have to do is you have to focus your attention. You have to focus your attention. Can I go further, Maria? I think this is going to help you. Minister Ricks, I hope you're ready. She said, I'm on this morning. I hope you're ready. Because when you focus your aim, when you focus your attention, then you should also be evaluating your attitude. Come, Geraldine, preach it. I'm about to send you a cash app. Are you my God? Ooh, I wish I'd have thought of that, Geraldine. I'm a little jealous. I'm a little winning anyway jealous right now. But I'm very proud that I was able to set the platform, come on the live all these months to get to today, that today Geraldine Wilder Shelby may be able to say this. So now I don't take credit for what she says, but I contribute the opportunity for her to say it. And so I'm so glad. See how easy I did that? I'm so glad Geraldine gets to preach this morning. You know what she asked her sermon would be? Are you the issue of your issues? I hear her at home right now screaming, prophet! Because right now she's feeling that thing. Are you the issue of your issues? Man, you should that should be our mantra for the day. You should ask two people, am I the issue of my issues? And can you give me the 3 points of my issue that's creating other issues? See, you can't do that on a self-evaluation because you don't tell yourself the truth, because you've already given yourself a pass on your issues. Oh my God. That is good, Geraldine. I'll click it. That's good. That's good. That's good. Are you the issue of your issues? Now I must move. Jesus. Yeah, to one to call. It's good. Are you the issue of your issues? Come on. Let me pick you further. Because if you are the issue of your issues, then you must deal with your aim, your attention, and your attitude. Your attitude. Let me show you what I mean. I used to be a hydroblaster. Y'all messing up my time. Had me chasing that rabbit. I used to, everybody, Geraldine, they loving that preaching. Look at that. They loving that that preaching is fire. Yes, it is. Geraldine, you did that thing. Listen, I used to be a hydroblaster in Chevron, Exxon, and Phillips 66 in LaPorte. I used to be a hydroblaster where we shoot high pressure water through the pinhole. I don't have a pen. Through a pinhole. I just have my pen. Yeah. So you're shooting 85 pounds of pressure through a hole this small. So it would cut through things, Emery Shelvin. It would cut you better put fire in here. That's your wife. Come on. So listen. Watch this attitude. At the plants of Chevron, Exxon, and all those plants, they're called power plants, but they don't have energy. You don't see cards or plugs anywhere because most power plants generate their own energy. Are y'all following me? Are y'all with me? Most plants generate their own energy. Come on, y'all. I want y'all to get this morning. Most power plants or plants I was working in, they generate their own energy. So when it came time for us to clean some of their parts that were heated from heat that's generating their own energy, however they do it, we had to wait until they finish Campbell Book of Sap. You know what I mean? They generate their own energy. So like a power plant, most of us don't have attitude. I used to argue with Tawanda Carr years ago when I would say, you have an attitude. She said, no, I don't. And I say, listen, y'all, listen. I've tried to tell people at my church this for years, and slow people still don't get it outside my church. Everyone let me explain it again, and hopefully y'all will get it this time. Everyone has an attitude. The question is, which attitude do you have? Let me show you. Like the plants, they generate the energy that they need. Okay? So like a power plant, you don't have an attitude, you generate one. When things are negative, then you make a choice to generate negative energy. Come on. You ever talk to somebody and they told you one thing, and then I'll show you. Okay. You ever call somebody in the middle of the day, talk to them, and they were one way, and then they went to meet, this is me personally, y'all. I've done this for years. They went to meet a particular person, right? And sometimes the person they meet is not fond of you. And then when they return, their energy is totally different. I'll wait. I'll wait for your answer. This is a good one. I'm gonna extend the time myself this morning. Come on, Donna. You ever talk to a person and then they said, "Oh, well, this is so and so." So they get off the phone with you, or they leave your presence to go meet someone. You got it? Mr. Ricks is going fast. Mr. Ricks, go slow. Don't go fast. Stay with me. They meet somebody who's not very fond of you, and then when they come back, they have now generated that person's power or energy towards you. And you and that person are supposed to be good. But when they come back, they have to filter off the negativity from somebody else about you to come back and evaluate their relationship between you. I've dealt with that so much until I've just gotten to a place where I almost throw up until I just learn how to manage it well. Come on. Y'all getting quiet. Nobody want to put their friends on blast. I didn't say call their name. I just asked you, have you ever dealt with that? Have you ever talked to somebody? I want them to maintain that same energy. Come, First Lady, now you're being Madison High School messy this morning. Get to work. You're in the office. I'm just saying, they're good. I think Maria said it yesterday, Maria. They're one way one day and then one way the next day. See, I can't deal with people like that. I have to now put them in a place where they no longer have an expectation from me, because I can't expect something from somebody who's not consistent in where they put themselves. Now, here's the deal. I can now mature and expect, if you get your paycheck once a week, you start working a job that pays you in cash. Maria, I'm coming. Y'all taking me out there. That pays you in cash every day. And then when they see you're going to be consistent, you then start to get a paycheck every week. You have to now change your expectation and not expect money every day. Then they say we're going to start paying you twice a week. You have to now change your expectation of the bills you pay and say, I'm now only getting paid twice a month. Come on. And then when they say we're going to only pay you once a month, come on, y'all, keep talking to me. Don't get silent. Keep talking to me. And then all of a sudden, you have to call your bill collector and say, look, y'all, I can only pay y'all once a month because what I'm receiving only comes once a month. Now, come on, Donna Blunt. You have to adjust that expectation, because if you don't adjust the expectation, then you will have other people expecting things from you while you are expecting things from this situation. And when it does not come, you have now disappointed your whole life situation, because other people won't, what's the word we used in the beginning? Won't put their life in perspective. You are about more than you. Okay, y'all, I got to go. So listen. So again, you don't have an attitude, you generate one. Because when things are negative, you choose negative energy. It's a choice. But when things are good, we generate joy. We generate love. We generate, this joyous, vibrant thing about. We generate what's loving, what's caring. We generate what's positive. When Donna Blunt had COVID and she was in the room, she was frustrated. I would call sometime, and sometimes me and First would FaceTime, and she was like, look, I can't choose positive. And I said, girl, at least you're not, you ain't dead, you're not dying. Yeah, but then the room started to take over. Because she, what do you call it when you separate from everybody? She quarantined. But then when she started to feel better and that negative report came, oh my God, she's been calling and she smiles and she called, hey. When I called yesterday, I said, the other day I called, I said, hello. She said, hey. She chose a joyous and loving and positive energy because the situation changed. Y'all don't hear me. It wasn't an attitude, it's just the energy. But I'm saying you do the exact same thing with your energy. You decide which attitude you have. You have a loving attitude. You have a wonderful attitude. Or you have something else. Number one, evaluate your attention. Number one, evaluate your aim, evaluate your attention, evaluate your attitude. Then 4, you must evaluate your affections. The things that draw your attention, the things that shift your attitude, the things that pull your aim a different way. You must evaluate your affections. Not affections, your affections. I'm trying Cam's Book of Sap. Here I come. Evaluate your affections. Now, I'm not saying that you can make them perfect, but you must evaluate them. Make sure that you are connected with people who love and value your sacrifice. I want to be quiet for a minute. Who get that? Make sure that you are connected with people who love and value your sacrifice. Yeah, that's your affections. My affections are things that pull my heart. You know, it's when you have a place in my heart that no matter what goes on, I will pull toward you. Your affections are things that affect you in such a way that it pulls you. That's my definition. Evaluate your affections. But when you find that there are people who don't, watch this, are y'all listening? As you evaluate your affections, beware of people who don't value your affections. Did y'all get it? Yeah, okay. As you evaluate your own affections, evaluate people who don't value your affections. That means the time, the effort, the wisdom, the love, the energy that you give. Beware of people who don't value your affections. And make sure that you're connected to people who love and value your sacrifice. You got it? Yeah. Make sure you value those who value your sacrifice. Let's go back to that other week. Because the emotional quality of your connections is so important. Those emotions, that's your energy in motion, it develops your attitude. And then your attitude develops what you pay attention to. And what you pay attention to develops what you shoot your aim at. And it takes care of your affections. Affections. And watch this, Maria. I'm closing. Number 5, last one. As you evaluate your affections, it'll help you also to evaluate your actions. Because your actions should line up with your aim. Your actions should line up with your attention. Your actions should line up with your attitude. Your actions should line up with your affection. Why? Because don't say you're aiming at something, but your actions aiming at something different. Don't say you have an attitude, you have a good attitude, but your actions are very, very off. Got it? Your actions should evaluate what you pay attention to, determine what your actions are. What the Bible talks about, set your affections on things above. That means when you set your affections, that's what you turn it towards. Okay, at home, you set your TV on what you are trying to get a vision from. Thank you, Lord. You're getting a vision from whatever movie or show or news. You set the channel where you want to draw a signal from outside to give you a vision on the inside. Your cable is not inside your house, it's really outside. It's a line coming in some kind of way, or wireless. You set your affections on things above. But in this case, you set your affections on things that you want to affect inside, which should evaluate or affect your actions. Because your actions should show me what your affections are. Your actions should show me what your attitude is. When you evaluate your actions, you'll realize that your destiny is dedicated by your discipline actions. It's dedicated and distributed by your discipline actions. Once you set the channel distributes that one channel to you. It doesn't give you 5 channels and static. It gives you the one channel that you set your actions on. So what you do, it's not what you say one day. It's not what you did last week. What you do every day, the habit you develop, is where you set your affection. Your actions now expose where you set your affection. So what you do every day, what habit you develop, and your purposeful efforts, that's what determines how you evaluate your actions. My actions need to expose what my affections really are. Talk to my wife. Don't tell me you love me and you never have time for me. Oh, I'm teasing, but I can tell her that. I can't tell nobody else that. Y'all be, well, past time. No. So it's what you do every day. So watch this. It's not what you say you do every day. It's when you know that there's an expectation for something on that level, then your actions say, because I evaluated my affections and I value those who are connected to me and those who deal with my emotional and respect and love, my emotional sacrifice, then I adjust my action to say that exact same thing, even when my mouth is not speaking. Because our life's vision should match our winning goals. What we do daily should match our winning goals. I'm done for the day. Jill and Wiley, I'm done. I'm done. That's it. I'm done talking to the choir. I'm now turned back around preaching to the audience. Because today is a wonderful day. It's a Friday. It's Freedom Friday. And on September 27th, that's a Monday. I think it is Monday at 7 p.m. We're doing the Winning Anyway. If you're interested in being in that Zoom class, we haven't had one. We skipped the other month to get some things together. Now, as we prepare for the end of the month, the end of the quarter, we're going to blast this quarter out. We're going to do a high level splatter, which means we're going to place everything across the board to make sure we carry everything in together. That's on September 27th, Monday at 7 p.m. If you're interested, inbox me immediately to find out exactly what the stipulations are, what the goal is, what the money is, what the, That's it. On September 27th at 7 p.m., that's a Monday. You must prepare your life. You must prepare your winning goals. Don't talk about it. It's time to be about it. You must find out what your vision is. Who will be informed by your vision, equipped by your vision, persuaded by your vision, and encouraged by your vision. First person should be you. David encouraged himself. It should be you first. And so we want to help you put your life in perspective and evaluate your winning goals. It's been amazing today. Come on, Maria said, affection and action. Come on. Thank you. Come on. Thank you. It's been amazing this morning. I wanted to make sure I didn't keep you long, but y'all were pulling on me. I only had like 2 pages, but this morning y'all were doing that. Y'all were pulling this morning, and I appreciate that. I love when hungry people pull. When hungry people pull, you don't get sandwiches. I don't care how short I want to be. You'll never get an appetizer. You will always get sauteed shrimp and butter seasoned lobster busting out the back of the lobster, sitting on a bed of shrimp and a bed of seasoned cauliflower rice to make sure it's healthy, and then crawfish around the edge that have been sauteed with the shrimp inside of a skillet with some seasoning, a little garlic, and some heavy cream, whipping cream that makes it a cream with a little bit of Cajun sauce to make it a little spicy. And then you pour the crawfish and the shrimp over the top of the lobster and have it sitting on a bed of cauliflower rice with sauteed spinach around the edge of the plate. It's what y'all pulled out. And so I gotta let y'all go. It's Friday. I have some things on the last end of the sabbatical. I'll be going to homegoing today. I have one meeting scheduled tentatively this morning, and then one this evening, and then check in, and then tomorrow, Sydney, I'm coming to see you because I'll be on your side of town for another meeting, and then another session at 12, and then 2 o'clock, Pastor Payne, and then 3 o'clock, my wife's, one of her school's best friends is getting married, I think, and then at 4:30 or 5. So we're gonna be doing what's the sabbatical? The sabbatical is now that pastor's preparing to open up. You got it? Preparing to open up. And I hope you're ready, because pastor's no longer be sitting in the corner, trying to feed you when he's tried to feed you and you rather eat cereal. It's time to open up the restaurant now and serve the masses. No longer that sandwiches. It's time to do this thing. It's time to evaluate what's happened the last part of the year. You must put your life in perspective. Evaluate your winning goals. Come on, Geraldine. Is that it? Okay. That's the recipe. That's it. I'm done. Listen, it's been amazing. Thank y'all this morning. It's been great. And tomorrow's Saturday. Sunday, no registration, but you must have your, what do you call it? Your temperature check to come to church. Be there Sunday. It's going to be a settled service, I think. It's going to be a settled service. What is settled? When you get a chance to flow with the Spirit of God and see what God says to your life. As you put your life in perspective, you can't do it without God evaluating you as well. God bless you. It's been amazing this morning, don't you think? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. I thank you for taking the time. I don't take your time for granted, and I pray you won't use mine to your advantage unless it's going to benefit you in a God kingdom kind of way. Got it? Look, it's been a blessing this morning. Thank you for coming. Thank you for fellowshipping, and we'll definitely see you soon. I am looking forward to seeing you next Friday, right here. Same channel, same place. It's amazing. Thank you so much. I'm just excited, y'all. I'm always excited about what God does. So we'll see you soon. Take care. God bless. This is Life Pastor Kyle signing out. Peace.